everyone, how are you? Let's do a reformer workout. What do we need? Box, not yet, but have it handy. If you have a sticky pad, that would be great. We're not going to use it long. It's going to go under our sacrum when we're lying on the reformer. It just helps so that you don't slide and jam into the shoulder rests. If you don't have it, it's not that big of a deal, so don't worry about it. But if you do, grab it. And finally, my favorite, the Pilates pole, some pole. This is from my chair. You could use a stick from the yard. Might be a little rough. Broomstick, Swifter stick, some stick. And honestly, if you don't have a stick, don't worry about it. You don't need it. You can do everything with the hands in the foot straps, so it's not that big of a deal. Foot bar is on high, my headrest is down, my foot straps are on, and one green spring. So that is one heavy and one very light. We're gonna be on there for a little bit. We'll go into a medium spring for almost the whole class, and then we'll end in a different spring. So not too many spring changes, but this is a green. Okay, let's get started. Lie on down. Keeping your headrest down. Ooh, the carriage is cold. All right, a little bit of warming on up before we get the party started. Hold on to those silver pegs behind you. Drop those knees to one side and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Take those knees to the other side. Same thing, just breathe. Do this or do whatever you usually do before you start your work on your reformer. Inhale and exhale. Coming down back through center, your arms are going to go long. Gonna do a little bit of play on a bridge series, asymmetrical. Your right heel is going to go on the standing platform. Those toes are dangling off, so pressing that right heel down. Your left heel will go on the foot bar. Not a big range of motion here. Dig those heels down. Inhale here, exhale, curl that tail coming on up slightly, and then back on down. Right here, I'm getting a great hip opener on that right side. We're waking up our back body here. Hamstrings and glutes. Breathing deeply. After all, this is us warming up for what's to come. However, I must say this is kind of a hard warm-up because I'm already feeling a little tired. That's a bad sign. Up and down. Holding it on up here, extend the carriage out slightly. Notice my foot on the standing platform is flexed. Digging that right heel down to come on in. Out. In. As I bend those knees in, I'm thinking of lifting best I can towards that foot bar. Not easy. 2 more here. Relax through that upper body. 1. And setting those hips down. Let's switch sides. Right heel on that foot bar. Left heel on the standing platform, my toes will point forward. Here we go. Keeping the carriage in. Big inhale. Exhale, curl that tail up. Just pause here a second. And then back down. Lifting, opening that left hip, and then back down. Not a big range of motion. You're not lifting those hips very high because you can't. Both heels pressing down, respectively, in the foot bar and on the standing platform. On this next one, hold it. Extend the legs long and in. My left foot is flexed. I'm digging that heel down on the standing platform. 2, 1. Come all the way on down. Great job. I'm going to hug my knees into my chest a second and rock side to side. Not easy, especially when you're on a relatively light spring for bridging a green. Okay, grab a hold onto that sticky pad. The sticky pad's going to go under your sacrum. So I'm going to place it under there best I can. And then scoot yourself a little bit away from the shoulder rests. So that sticky pad is there to help us not to slide when we do this next series. Grab a hold onto that pole, if I can. Perfect. Arms go straight up to the ceiling. Your toes will go on that foot bar pretty close together, about fist distance separation. Inhale here, exhale, slowly press into the balls of the feet. As you press away, head comes up. Hold it here a second. Okay, you're looking at those toesies. Arms are straight ahead, and then coming on home, bending those knees, head comes down, carriage comes in. Slow inhale. Exhale, press that tailbone down on the sticky. We are moving slow. Pause. And then everything comes back. Warming up those abdominals. Belly pulling down and away. Sinking. And slowly coming on in. Even though that sticky pad's there to help you, it's pretty easy to slide and dig those shoulders into the shoulder rest. Try not to do that. My secret is going slow to prevent that. And of course, sticky pad is nice help. Few more. On this next one, we're going to hold those arms down. Head stays up, heels stay lifted, head stays up. Lower the heels, lift the arms. Lift the heels, lower the arms. How high you lift those arms is up to you. I just want you to try and keep that head up. Nice stretch on my calves. Pulling that belly down to the spine. 3, 2, 1. Coming on down. Take a moment. I'm going to lose the sticky pad. You could keep it there if you want, but I'm just going to take it away because we don't need it anymore. Scoot yourself a little bit away from the shoulder rest. Now we're going to add some tension in for that upper body. So take those foot straps and thread that dowel rod through. Okay, equal distance from the edge of the strap to the end of the dowel rod. You've scooted yourself away from the shoulder rest. Hands go on the outside of the dowel rod. I'm going to keep my fingers free. That's totally up to you. You can make fists if you want. Drawing those legs into tabletop. Big breath in. Exhale, arms down, legs extend. Pause. Point those toes. And slowly everything comes on back. Again, inhale, exhale, extend those legs long. Arms go straight ahead of you, fingertips towards the foot bar, and then back. Listen, if extending those legs is too much, watch this. Keep the knees bent. Inhale. Exhale, just reach that bar towards the tops of your knees. And then everything comes back down slowly. Always an option to keep the knees bent. And back down. I'm going to continue with the legs extended. Inhale, exhale, extend. On this next one, hold the arms down, hold the legs extended, bend the knees, elbows wide, extend those arms, everything back home, arms up, head down, bend the knees. Big breath in. Exhale, 1 count up. Bend the elbows wide, extend the arms long, everything goes back down. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbows wide. If your hip flexors are dying, go to a slight turned out with those legs. Inhale, exhale, arms down, head up, legs extend. Bend the elbows once, extend, back down. I want one more, not many reps, just good quality reps, and hold it. This is it. Bend the elbows wide, straighten, done. Find the foot bar with your feet. Okay. Take those feet, wrap those toes around that dowel rod, and take a second. Let those legs fall back a minute and hold it here. Just regroup. Head's going to stay down for this next series here so we can give our neck a break. Another breath in and out. Take those legs slightly in front of you. That right foot is going to stay on the middle of the dowel rod. And you're going to release that left foot, point that toe. Little bit of leg circles. Single. Inhale, lower that left leg straight down. Exhale, circle it around. Find that breath, lowering that leg straight down, circling around. So as I do this, I'm trying to keep very still through my center, as always, making that circle only as big as my right hip stays down. Check in. Don't hold your breath. I was just doing that. One more. And let's reverse. Inhale, exhale, circle that leg around and up. Keep going. I noticed I was kind of clenching the carriage with my arms and fingertips. Just let it go. Try and breathe through this. Yep, just hit the foot bar. One more. And both feet go on that bar again, toes wrap. Take it back a second. I'm channeling my inner bird claws on a perch. One more breath in and out. Take that bar slightly forward. That left toes are going to stay there. Point the right toe. Let's go. Inhale, lower that leg straight down, circle it around. You are working slow. We are not in a rush. Unfortunately, you're going to be here with me a bit longer. So let's make the best of it. And no rushing. One more this direction. Let's reverse. Inhale. Exhale, circle around, making a beautiful capital D with those toes. The leg is floating. 2. And one more. Coming back through center, both feet on. You're gonna bend those knees. And now that dowel rod is gonna go behind those knees. All right. Scoot yourself away from the shoulder rest. We have one more thing here to do with our head up. Then we're moving on. Hands go on the outside of those foot straps. Your goal is to press that bar as far forward as you can. Give me an inhale, exhale, bar goes forward, legs go straight into the ceiling, head goes up, and pause here a second. I'm doing my best to reach that bar away from my booty. Let's lift that bar up and down. As the bar lifts, I'm trying to keep my shoulders down, away from those ears. Again, this one's tough for me because my arms are short. But what is it doing? It's forcing you to stay lifted through that upper body. All right, this is it. 3, 2, 1, done. All right. How glamorously can you get this rod away from behind your knees? We'll see how I look. Probably not very glamorous, but whatever, I don't care. Great job. Unthread those straps. Hang them up. Dowel rod is coming with us. Let's come on up. Okay, moving on. No more sticky pads, so just get rid of that. We are going to keep the dowel rod. Spring change from a green to a blue spring. One medium spring, take the green off. Step on up onto your box and face towards the foot bar. The box is in line with the front edge of the carriage. Your right foot will step forward against the wood and your left foot will go back against the shoulder rest. Take this bar with your right hand. Place it behind you, right hand on top. Grab a hold of the end of the bar with the left. Why am I doing this? You'll see here in a second. Press that bar so you feel that head pressing against that bar. Big bend in that right knee. Hinge, hinge, hinge. That back leg stays long. Pressing on into that front heel to drive you up, down. Why am I using this silly bar here? It's a reminder to keep that beautiful, long, flat back. You're hinging at that hip. I'm keeping myself pressed into that bar the whole time. How deep can you bend that front knee and in? Keep going. You're moving slow. Hey, it's a little scary up here. I got that. That box is a bit high off the ground. But we're working our balance. We're working the stability in that front ankle. And, of course, getting in some serious glute work on that right side. It's almost like we're working with gliders, on the floor. All the weight is on the front foot and barely on the back. A few more here. Take a breath. Lose that tension out of the upper body. On this next one, I want you to hold it halfway down. Take that bar in front of you, arms go long. Bend the left knee in and out. In and out. Let's add bending the elbows, bending the arms, leg bends, leg extends, arms go long. The arms are straightening the same time as the leg is straightening. And if you got screwed up on the choreography, don't worry about it. So now you're holding that right knee in that bent position, which is super hard because my butt is screaming at me on the right side. Stop. A few more here. Yes, you can. Hold leg long, hold those arms long. Can you get even lower on that right side? Let's lift those arms up and down. This is it. You're hinged forward. 5, 4, 3, I almost went over there. 2, 1, done. Up you go. That right side. Great job. Come off the box. Come off the box carefully. I'm gonna come around, sit on the carriage and face you. All right, 2 ways to do this. Sitting on the carriage, I will be sitting in a crisscross applesauce. That might not work for you. If it doesn't, move this box out of your way. Notice how gracefully I did that. You will sit with your legs forward. All right, those are your 2 options. I'm going into crisscross applesauce. Do people still say that anymore? I hope so. I'm in the middle of the carriage. Rod threads through the foot straps again. Under grip. Left hand on your hip. Extend the arms straight up if that's available to you. This is the best I can go. And then bend that elbow. So my elbow is in line with my shoulder. I'm punching up and then back down. If you're saying to yourself, this is a bit heavy, no big deal. I want you to stop and put a lighter spring on if you have one. If you don't have a lighter spring, I want you to stop and move yourself closer to the shoulder rests. 2 more. One. Left hand will go at the front edge of the carriage. Side over, punch, and then back through center. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Look at that blue spring. And bend that elbow back. Remember, lots of options here. The further you scoot towards the shoulder rest, that's going to give you a little bit of an easier time. And I don't blame you. I'm almost there. 2. 1. And coming on back. Great job. Hang up the foot straps. We are staying on this medium spring. Kneel facing the foot bar. Carefully kneeling, your feet will go back through the headrest. You're going to take those straps and thread the dowel rod through one more time. So you're sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to organize my pants and my top and itch my nose. So we're like on an amusement park ride, you know, like on a roller coaster. All right, I'm going to walk myself a little bit more forward, but I highly recommend those feet stay back through the headrest because this one sneaks up on you with the arms. All right, hands are going to go on the outside of those straps. Let's bend those elbows wide. The bar is coming to the girls, thy boobies. Big inhale here. Exhale, arms go long for 3, 2. Hold the arms long. Let's lower the arms down for 3, 2, 3. Hold those arms up there. Bend the elbows for 3. All right, that's the series. You're bending and straightening for 3, and you're lowering and lifting for 3. You've got a slight posterior pelvic tilt. Tops of the thighs are working as well. Give me 3 rows. I don't care how fast or how slow you go. You do you. 3 rows, 3 lowers and lifts. When you start this, you say to yourself, oh yeah, this isn't bad. This is fine. And then you say, hello. Sneaks up on you. And bend those elbows. And lower and lift for 3. This is it. Kneel tall. And 1. Take a moment. Same series, undergrip. It's like I'm serving a tray. My thumb's hooked on top. Serving a tray, elbows are bent. Remember, slight tuck of that tail. Inhale. Exhale. Brunch. Serving you something, whatever that is. 2. Hold those arms long. Let's lower those arms down and lift. Slight bend in the elbow the whole time. Hold that bar forward. Let's bend those elbows narrow. Out. 1, 2, 3, and let's lower. Exhale. One more. Bending. With this undergrip, getting a little bit of biceps, a little bit more in the chest and the pecs. Hold. Down and up. One more. And done. Great work. Carefully take those straps and hang them up. Lose your dowel rod for a second. Losing that dowel rod for a second, let's lengthen everything out and find a quick forearm plank. You're going to turn and face towards the headrest. Bringing those feet back against the wood, forearms go down. If this is not enough help for you, this is a light spring. Again, we're still on that medium. I want you to stop and put a heavy spring on. This is going to be more about your abdominals. The heavy spring is going to do a little bit more for that upper body, but give you more support in this plank. So it's up to you. Toes go back, forearms down. Let's go on out to this plank and hold it here. Hold it. I want you to drop that right hip down, pause. So you've hip dipped to the right. Let's take the carriage forward and back. Slow. When I say back, elbows below shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Hips go center. They drop to your left. Let's go. I'm looking slightly ahead of me at the edge of the headrest. 3, 2, 1. Coming to center and hold it here. Hold it. Hold it. Allow those heels to drop back. Flex those feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Oh yeah. Round that spine up. Have my hands on top of those shoulder rests. Get a cat cow. And chin up, chest up. And round. And arch that back. Coming back to neutral. We have to do the other side of that single arm dowel rod series. So I'm going to turn. My back's going to be to you, but before I do that, I'm going to grab a hold onto the dowel rod that I let go of and sit cross-legged facing the other direction. I'm keeping the medium spring on, pulling my pants up though. I'm going to stay in the middle of that carriage, threading the bar through the foot straps. Wrap that hand in the middle of that bar. Right hand can go on hip or whatever feels comfortable for you. You're just going to punch that left arm straight up and then back down. Up and down. Doing your best to punch up. Will the elbow go completely straight? No. When I bend my elbow's in line with my shoulder. Slow and controlled. Doing my best to keep that left shoulder away from my ear. Not many reps here. 1 more. Bending that elbow back. Right hand is going to go on the front edge of the carriage. We're going to do those side overs. I'm making a fist with my hands. Let's go up and over and then back through center. You know what to do if it's too much. Stop, move your body towards the shoulder rest or take the weight down. But this is it. When I get that side over, I'm looking down at the spring. I'm also shaking, which is a good thing too. And then I'm really going to shake, so we have to do the other side of that lunge series. 1, done. Awesome. Hang up the straps. Hang up the straps. All right. I'm going to bring the backs to the other side. So if you take a group class with me, while you were doing all that in the middle, I would have moved that box around for you, but unfortunately, that's not the case. So you got to pick up that box and drag it around. It's all good. Okay. Box on the other side. In line with the front edge of the carriage. Kick that box towards the wood. Make sure it's against the wood. Grab a hold on to that dowel rod. Let's stand up on the box. All right. Left foot forward against the wood. Right foot back, heel lifts. Where is it? So with that front foot against the wood, that is going to help with your balance. Rod goes in the left hand. Take it behind you. Grab a hold onto it with the right. From here, standing up tall, regrip. Big bend in that front knee. Down we go, down we go, down we go. Do-do. And heavy through that left heel to come on up. All right, second side. A little harder than the first side because number one, it's towards the end of class, we're tired. And number two, we kind of know what to expect. So we're like, do we really want to do this? Yeah, we got to even it out. The end's in sight. Hinging, tipping forward. Big bend, heavy through that left heel to drive you up. Take your time, making sure that that front knee is bending over those toes. Couple more here. Yes, we can. Come on, relax that upper body. Lose that tension where it doesn't need to be. The tension is on that front foot, front booty. On the next one, I want you to hold it halfway. Hold it halfway, bring that bar forward. Bend that back knee in and out. In and out. Let's add the bend of the elbows. Extend. Bend. Extend. All right. We're holding that knee bent, staying there, isometrically holding it right there. Hold that back leg long. Hold it. Can you bend into that front knee even more? Let's lift those arms up and down. 5. 3, 2, 1, done. Yeah, that was tough. Nice work. Let's come off that box. Carefully. Okay, the end is in sight. Weight change. Look down, add yourself a heavy spring, red spring. I am on a red and a blue, so a heavy and a medium. Hold on to the foot bar. Come on up onto the carriage. Let's do a little elephant. Okay, I'm going to tell you how I do an elephant because I'm short. I don't take my feet all the way on back here. I bring my feet a little bit, few inches away from the shoulder rest. That works for me. Hands go shoulder distance. Don't even move that carriage. I want you to shift your weight back. All that weight on your heels. Flat back elephant today. So I'm shifting that weight back. I'm sticking my tail back. Press the carriage away a few inches and then coming on in. Digging my heels down, I'm trying to float my toes up and away from the carriage. This is about the hamstrings. The only reason my hands are on that foot bar is that I don't fall on my face. I want all that weight on those heels. As that carriage comes in, you're sticking that tail back. In fact, I'm going to stop and move myself just 1 inch closer. Don't move yet, shifting myself back and pressing that carriage back. I feel like my body's making a triangle here. My head is in between those arms. 3, 2, 1. Rest those toes. Right hand is going to be in line with my shoulder. I'm going to thread my left hand under and get a stretch. Now I am bending those knees a little bit. Pressing my right palm into the foot bar and finding a breath. Bringing that left hand back on the foot bar. Right arm threads under the left. Find a breath. Slight bend in my knees. You do you. Breathe in and out. Letting it go. Both hands go on that foot bar. My dog is outside the door. He's crying. Someone let him down. I hope I can do this without opening the door. We have one more thing. Down stretch. Take those feet back. I'm still on the heavy spring and the medium spring. Flex those feet. Hands go on that foot bar. Drop those hips slightly. Let's press that carriage back, flexing those feet, getting into those hamstrings, and then slowly coming on up, back, down. Remember, you do you. If this is too heavy, go down a spring. Getting that bit of extension that we haven't yet throughout this class feels oh so good. Few more here. Trying to keep those arms nice and long the entire time, controlling the up. 2. Last one. And back. Shift that weight back. Booty towards your heels. Arms on that foot bar or whatever feels good for you. Jake, do you want to come in? Do you want to come in and say hi to everyone? Come on. Where are you? Come on in. Yeah, this is Jake. Come on in. Hi, honey. How are you? Oh, yeah. I know. You want to do Pilates too. Yeah. Oh, so sweet, right? Thank you. Guys, thanks. Thanks for working out with me. If you have a little bit more time, lay down, do a bit of foot straps, do whatever you want to do. But I will see you soon. Yes, Jaker.